What if I told you that everything you're waiting for, everything you're desperately trying to manifest, has already happened? What if the struggle, the affirmations, the endless scripting, and the constant searching for signs were all based on a fundamental misunderstanding of how reality truly works? It's a bold claim, I know. It flies in the face of everything the mainstream manifestation industry has taught us. We've been told to work hard, to raise our vibration, to repeat things for 21 days, to script for 24 hours, all in an effort to speed up a process we believe takes time. But the most profound truth, the one that can set you free from all of that effort, is this: creation is and has always been instantaneous. The question was never about how fast you could make it happen. It was about realizing it's already done. Think about reality existing on two distinct planes. There's the world we see, touch, and experience every day, the physical world, which operates on the relentless march of linear time. Breakfast comes before lunch, Monday comes before Friday. It's sequential. But beneath that, supporting it all, is the causal world. The world of consciousness, of imagination, of pure potential. Neville Goddard called it the fourth dimension. Joe Dispenza might call it the quantum field. Abraham Hicks calls it the vortex. The name doesn't matter. What matters is that in this realm there is no time. There is only a single, eternal moment of now. In this space, the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. So, what happens when you decide you want something? When you form an intention, not just as a fleeting thought, but as a deep, genuine feeling, a true assumption that it is now yours. In that exact nanosecond, in the timeless realm of consciousness, it is done. A complete and perfect bridge springs into existence. Neville Goddard coined this beautiful term, the bridge of incidence. This isn't a bridge that needs to be built, brick by painful brick. No, it appears fully formed in the blink of an eye. It's the entire series of events, the synchronicities, the coincidences, the people you'll meet, the conversations you'll have, the opportunities that will arise, every single step connecting where you are now to the physical realization of your desire. It is complete. It is whole. It already exists. The time you experience, the days or weeks you spend waiting, is nothing more than your journey across that pre-existing bridge. You're not waiting for it to be built. You are simply walking the path that was created for you in an instant. This single shift in perspective changes everything. It moves you from a state of anxious wanting to a state of calm and certain knowing. It's like ordering a package online. The moment you click confirm purchase, that item is legally yours. It belongs to you. Now it has to go through a physical process. It gets picked in a warehouse, put on a truck, and driven across roads to your doorstep. You don't spend every second doubting if the item is real. You don't try to control the truck driver's route. You simply know it's on its way, and you live your life until it arrives. Your manifestation is exactly the same. The universe has confirmed your order. The delivery is now in progress. Your only job is to walk the path. This truth isn't isolated to one teacher. It's a point of convergence where all the great mystics meet. Florence Scovel Shinn, writing in the 1920s, talked about faith being the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. The evidence, the substance, is created the moment you have faith. Vadim Zeland, in his transurfing model, describes a space of variations, where all possible realities already exist as informational blueprints. When you set your intention, you aren't creating a new reality. You are choosing to tune into the frequency of a reality that is already there. The universe then begins to physically move you onto that new life track. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains this through neuroscience and quantum physics. When you combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion, you generate a new electromagnetic signature. You are literally broadcasting a new signal into the quantum field. And the field, which contains all potentials, must respond by collapsing that potential wave into a physical experience. You are selecting your reality from an infinite menu of possibilities that already exist. Different language, different eras, same timeless truth. The creative act is finished. The entire universal intelligence, an intelligence that can orchestrate a billion moving parts simultaneously, has already plotted the most efficient, elegant course for you. It knows the path of least resistance. It can nudge people you've never met on the other side of the world to make a decision that will ultimately open a door for you. It can arrange for you to miss a bus so you can bump into a future business partner. It can plant an idea in someone's mind that leads them to call you out of the blue. The conscious mind, your logical ego mind, could never, ever compute this. It can only see a few feet ahead. Trying to manage this process with your logical mind is like trying to conduct a global symphony orchestra with a cheap plastic whistle while sitting in the parking lot. You have to trust the conductor, and this is where we so often go wrong. This is the great paradox. We create the bridge in an instant of pure faith, and then we spend the rest of the journey systematically destroying it with doubt. The modern mind, the overthinking mind, has become the primary saboteur of its own creations. What does this look like? It looks like waking up and immediately checking your phone or your bank account for evidence. It's analyzing every single conversation, every email looking for a sign. It's the desperate, needy energy that screams to the universe, "I don't have this. Where is it? Why isn't it here yet?" This state of frantic searching and obsessive effort is the very definition of resistance. It's the energetic equivalent of screaming, "I'm so thirsty, I'm dying of thirst," while someone is trying to hand you a glass of water. Your very obsession with the absence of what you want reinforces that absence. If you truly, deeply believed that you were wealthy, you wouldn't spend your entire day doing affirmations trying to convince yourself that you are. You would simply be it. You would think from the state of wealth. The need to constantly do the work often comes from a place of profound disbelief. How many stories have you heard? People find the love of their life the moment they give up searching and start loving their own life. The business opportunity they chased for years lands in their lap the week they finally decided to let it go and focus on something else. This isn't coincidence. It's a universal law. When you release the desperate, needy attachment to the outcome, you collapse the resistance. You get out of your own way. You stop standing in the middle of your bridge, terrified to take another step, and you just start walking. So how do you walk? How do you cross this bridge with grace and speed? The answer is as simple as it is profound: through active presence. There's a world of difference between passively waiting and actively being present. Passively waiting is sitting in meditation trying to force a feeling, obsessively visualizing while your heart is full of anxiety. Active presence is losing yourself so completely in what you are doing right now that you forget you were even waiting for anything. It's when you're in a flow state, when you're absorbed in your work, laughing with friends, lost in a piece of music, fully engaged in a creative project. In these moments, time melts away. Your analytical mind, the doubter, the worrier, the controller, goes silent. And in that beautiful silence, the universe can finally work without your constant interference. Manifestation loves an attention vacuum. It rushes to fill the space that is created when you are no longer obsessing over it. Think about the biggest surprises of your life. Did they happen when you were desperately trying to make them happen? Or did they arrive out of the blue on a normal Tuesday when your mind was completely elsewhere? The universe delivered the package because you were finally busy living your life, and you weren't standing by the door tapping your foot with impatience. The present moment is your point of power. It's the only place you can ever actually be. Your job isn't to live in a future fantasy. Your job is to establish that future in consciousness as a present fact. It is done. And then to live fully in this moment now, knowing that every present moment you inhabit is another footstep on that inevitable bridge. Each step feels ordinary. That's the part nobody tells you. Crossing the bridge doesn't always feel magical. It feels like calling an old friend because you suddenly thought of them. It feels like taking a different route to work for no particular reason. It feels like saying yes to an invitation you might normally decline. These are the divine whispers, the subtle nudges from that greater intelligence. The conscious mind will dismiss them as random or illogical. What does calling my friend have to do with my new career? It will ask. You may never know logically, but that friend might mention a name who mentions a company that is hiring for your dream job. The bridge is not built with giant, obvious neon signs. It's built with the quiet, seemingly mundane events of your everyday life. You are the star of a movie, and the script has already been written to perfection, guaranteeing a happy ending. But you still have to act out the scenes. You still have to say the lines and take the steps. The journey is the unfolding of the inevitable. So, release the tyranny of technique. Release the neurotic need to control the how and the when. Your only responsibility is the what and the why. You establish the destination, you feel the reality of it in your heart, and then you let go. You trust. You surrender to the infinite wisdom of a power that is far, far greater than your own limited perception. Your manifestation is not a distant event you are pulling toward you. It's a present reality you are allowing to unfold. The bridge has already been formed. The path is clear. All you have to do is walk and trust that each step, no matter how small or ordinary it may seem, is taking you exactly where you need to go. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are walking through one.